All right, welcome to 1 Point in 2 minutes. Today we're going to cover in exactly 2 minutes, give or take, Edward Gibbons' fantastic and wonderful The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. Yes, we're going to cover one of history's greatest historians and certainly the finest historical work of the 18th century. We're going to cover it in about 120 seconds. Here's the one key point. Culture sustains. The inattention or purposeful ignorance to culture will destroy culture and all that underpins it. Here's some of the key underlying statements to hold this up. Number one, you have the Emperor Commodus as really among the first, showing a love of the acquisition and glorification of luxury above and beyond his key and core responsibilities of service to the people whom he ruled. This continues on and is trickles down to the empire during the bread and circuses that we hear thrown about as a very common saying. But this becomes very real, where everybody from the military all the way through to the most common elements of society begin to have the degradation of that austere, strong, very nationalistic Roman spirit as they begin to pursue luxury and self over the service to others. The dilution with talent that comes from outside of the empire then becomes almost a necessity because the fewer Roman citizens, not just Rome, Italy itself, but throughout the contiguous Roman Empire, requires the introduction of people such as the Goths and further north beyond the Goths and the Ostrogoths, just to simply maintain military, to maintain taxation, to keep the empire running. And so a massive influx of people who do not share Roman culture, Roman history, and Roman values begins to eat away culture from the inside. Finally, this manifests in incompetent decision-making all the way through the last couple hundred years of the Roman Empire. And one of the key examples is following the death of Diocletian, beginning in the early 3rd century AD. You have at one point 6 different emperors over an empire whose contiguous land area and people was actually less than what had been in the 1st century AD. And so this massive bureaucracy, a bloat to sustain that which is no longer sustainable due to a degradation of culture happens. So again, our one key point, culture matters. Culture sustains, or the inattention to culture destroys. Maybe some lessons there for us to think about. That's my 1 point. Hope you liked it. Feel free to leave some other education in the comments. There are, after all, like 500 pages. Thanks for joining.